Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we need to do a little bit of refit and repair work. So let's just go ahead and tick forward just a little while here. We're not quite going to make it to the financial report, but many of our mechs are already repaired at this point. So we have the endurance race. The crew is bubbling with enthusiasm about a local endurance competition. In the morning briefing, Darius says, Plato has requested permission to compete. Given the general interest, I'd like you to make the call. Sumire says, let him go. It'll be interesting. Sure. Plato returns to the Argo later that week. You see him in the mess hall, regaling listeners with tales of the race. Commander, thanks for letting me participate in the endurance competition, he says enthusiastically. I didn't win, but I feel like I did pretty well. Those locals, wow, they have endless stamina. I managed to keep up with them for a while, but along the way I got tired. Spending 24 hours baking in an overheating mech cockpit is probably less exhausting. So he's now aesthetic, apparently. He's athletic, and he is in high spirits for 30 days. Excellent. So we will continue, and we've got 4 days until our stealth is done.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Excellent. And we are going to get another upgrade going since we've got a decent amount of funding right now. Let's see, we could get +2 morale and +1 tech points for 450k, +2 tech points for 720k, yikes. Basically nothing for 360k is a prereq for other things. Speed, to and from jump points, and +1 tech point for 360k. That might not be a terrible option. Betapod is 900k, and of course this Junk Leopard is too expensive. We cannot afford that currently. For our third mech bay, we need structural reinforcement to finish up. Okay. Which is this one. What about for improved automation? That's super cheap. That also requires structural reinforcement. Okay, we'll start working on structural reinforcement, and then we're probably going to have to sell some things to get this going. That's pretty expensive, but the follow-up is super cheap. 100k for that third repair bay to work at 100% efficiency. So we're going to be able to repair things super quickly at that point. I like it. So we're going to tick forward 2 more days until the stealth is done. Excellent. We're going to check the mech bay and make sure everything is completely repaired. And indeed it is. And so we will head into the command center and see if we can find something maybe a little bit more interesting. A 2-skull escort. A 2.5 skull assassinate. More than just a simple token force there. Be prepared for anything. It's only 739,000 max pay, though. We can give this a go. And if it's clear that there's too much here, it's an assassinate in an urban environment, so we would almost certainly be ambushed. But the reason why I'm interested in this is actually because the max pay is pretty low. The max pay being high indicates that, or seems to indicate, that there will be more and stronger things there. So the max pay is a way to gauge just how close to this difficulty rating it actually is. And it looks to me, at least this is my assumption, this is the way it's seeming to work. It looks to me like this is on the very low side of max pay for this difficulty. Like, this is substantially below this 2-skull difficulty. So this might actually be substantially easier than 2.5 skulls. We don't have that much salvage, we don't have that much max pay, so let's give this a go, and we'll just run it, say, here. And if we have to bail quickly, we can bail quickly, in theory. If we can pull this off, though, this will be great for us. So let's give this a go. We do not want to run trainees here. We're going to have Plato... Actually, we're going to have Time Lord 88 in the Vulcan and Plato in the Panther. Okay. Have we done Mech Warrior training? If we haven't, we should do this first. I can't remember. Let's check.
Skipper, ready for orders.
I await your...
We could grab a point here.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Ready for orders. Waiting for...
Yes, Command.
We could grab a point for Squire here.
Complete.
Receiving. Waiting for orders.
Ulysses could grab a point of tactics, that's fine.
Complete.
Ready for orders.
Okay. Yeah, that isn't really too impactful. We'll bump that down to there. Excellent. And we wanted to run Time Lord 88 here and Plato here. Okay, let's go. Let's see what this is. The target may end up getting away as well. That's also another risk. So there are multiple risks here. This is a risky mission, but we're in a pretty good situation, assuming our mechs don't get totaled. That would be very problematic if they did, of course. But we need to destroy the smuggler leader and escape. Smugglers, funded by Comstar, have set up just outside our borders, causing an ongoing problem for Lyran operations. We'd like to cut the head off this particular snake with a targeted, limited, and deniable strike on their leader. Ideally, this will shut them down permanently. Commander, this is a bold move by the smugglers, so we have to assume they have more than just a simple token force there. Be prepared for anything, yes. I came into this prepared for the fact that they probably have way more than we can handle. But I'm okay with having to run away here. Okay. Let's see what we've got. The mission pay is on the low side. We do have allies. And quite a lot of them. This is the area where the smugglers reportedly set up shop. Intel suggests hostile Comstar units in the area. Be alert. Once the target is down, head to the extraction point for a pickup. Okay. So, we should expect that we're going to be ambushed. We see that there are smuggler forces and smuggler reinforcements. Those are the smuggler forces there. That's the smuggler leader. Where are the reinforcements located? Over there. Let's head directly that way. This is the obvious path. If we go this way, there would be an ambush here, 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 most likely. If we go this way, the ambush would be here, 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 and potentially here. We'll see. We're going to move up over this way. We're simply going to move. We're not going to sprint here. I want everyone braced for the obvious ambush.
Moving out.
Okay.
Rolling.
There we go. Okay, so there's these vehicles. And here's the ambush.
Keep your eyes peeled, Commander. This looks like an ideal place for an ambush.
Yes, indeed it does. Where is it? There it is.
That was a big hit.
Okay, that's just a stinger. That's way less than it could have been, for sure. The stinger has no evasive pips.
Yes, Commander.
And we can get in rear arc. It moves phase 14. Which means that we can do a truly ridiculous amount of damage to it. Look at these hit odds. Right in that rear arc. And it's just dead. We completely one-shot that stinger. That's what I like to see. We're going to sprint forward with the Panther off over this direction. Where were those reinforcements? Here? Okay. Just looking at the road layout here, we're going to want to go down this way and head up. That's fine. We're taking this slow and careful.
Orders.
We're going to take our stealth over here just to see what we can see.
Affirmative.
Okay, we don't see anything. That's fine. We are going to move a little slower with the stealth now and let our Hunchy catch up. Oh, hello. That is a reconnaissance hovercraft. Okay, that's not very frightening. Yeah, that's not frightening at all, actually.
What do you need?
The Hunchy is awkwardly positioned. We're gonna have to take it up over here. I didn't realize it wasn't on the ramp. Okay, that's fine. What just moved? Ah. We see a Locust and a Chevalier. That's not too bad.
Orders.
We'll send the Panther up over this way. We're not too concerned about the mechs that they might run into since we know what's over there. I'm hoping that that reconnaissance hovercraft comes in over here. It's an Oscout. Is that our primary target? Oh, there's a Thorn we didn't see. That's still fine. That Oscout is a smuggler force as opposed to a smuggler reinforcement. Okay, so we're not able to pull them apart, it looks like. We'll take the Vulcan up over this direction. And we're just going to chill there. The Scorpion moves up, does not fire. Okay, we see another Oscout. Assuming we can get in behind those Oscouts, that's not a big threat. Okay, Galleon doesn't really do anything. Nobody's really interested in firing just yet.
Yep.
We're going to take the Hunchy right up over here.
Going full throttle.
There we go. And the idea here is these guys come down this ramp and engage over here. These guys have to come in over that way. And ideally, they don't really do too much until we have this force under control. Okay.
Yeah.
The stealth can move in. I have no idea what our hit odds are going to look like. I wish you could preview hit odds a little bit better. This would be side arc. And this is a Chevalier over here. 2 Streak SRM-2s and an ER large laser. This building would protect us to some degree. That would be 4 evasive pips. This would be 4 evasive pips. I think this is the best we can do. We're just going to get into point-blank range here. Hello. This could potentially do a large amount of damage to the Locust, but this thing has a million evasive pips, so we'll see.
Copy.
Yeah. Kind of what I expected. Okay, that hover tank isn't going to do much. Reconnaissance hovercraft is making its way this way. Hello. It's super vulnerable. I mean, that's a lot of evasive pips. Don't get me wrong. But this thing is very weak. So far, I'm not seeing anything insurmountable.
Standing by.
We can potentially jump behind this thing like this.
Up high.
and hit it in its super weak rear armor. Just 22 damage would kill it.
Here we go.
Okay, it's dead. Fantastic. That is 20% of the reinforcements. So the reinforcements are a Comstar 5-man lance. Okay. That thorn closes in. So that's 4 members of the lance. Interesting. Ah, a hussar. Okay. Good to know.
Waiting for orders.
We're going to take the panther, I believe, up here. Position it like this in hopes that we're unable to stray shot, because this is out of our firing arc. We're not going to fire the SRM-4 here, and we hope that we don't backstab the stealth with our ERPPC. Okay. We missed, but we also didn't hit the stealth. That's what's important. Galleon moves up, and actually does some decent damage to the Locust there. The Locust is going to move here, and we'll see what its opinion is. Ah, it fled. Okay. That's fine.
Yes, Commander.
We can pursue it. Rear arc.
Acknowledged.
This could, in theory, kill it. But our hit odds aren't amazing,
Confirmed.
because it moved so much. But still, 30 damage to a Locust is a lot. So I'll accept that. Okay, that Scorpion moves up, doesn't really do anything. Chevalier moves away. Tries to fire on the Galleon, but it misses. Just wondering... Well, this is a map edge right here. Okay. I was just wondering if we can get anything else on the Locust. I don't think that we can. So we're just going to take the Hunchy up over here and start working on closing in with these guys. The hover tank is not really doing much. Okay.
I'm here.
So the Panther, I'm pretty sure, can't get into a position where it can fire on the Locust. No, let's just get off the building. I don't like to sit on buildings for too long because they can get taken down, so we'll just jump off and brace to get rid of our stability. Okay, they fired on this LTV-4, but it was irrelevant. That Thorn is closing in a little bit. Okay. So far, this is still seeming fine. No damage to the Hunchy. Okay.
Good to go.
So we're going to just jump the Vulcan, I think, up over here.
Engaging jump.
And yes, our stability is growing. Who should we fire on? 29%, 14%, 12%. The Thorn it is. I don't expect too much out of this. This is, after all, just a pot shot. Yep, whole lot of nothing there. Looks like the Scorpion is moving up to engage these two Oss Scouts. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. A little bit of damage to the stealth, but that is not much in terms of evasive pips for that Locust. Okay.
Receiving you.
So the stealth can move in point blank directly behind the Locust and this could very well be a kill shot. Now, we are exposed a little bit to the thorn coming this way, so we're going to need to consider that. How much armor is here? 5? Oof, okay. We do have 2 evasive pips, though.
Roger.
I was really hoping that that would be a better hit. Like a kill shot. Would have been ideal. Hello. Okay. PPC on that Oscout. They fired on our Vulcan. Did not hit.
What do you need?
Okay. So the Hunchy is going to close in up over here. And the Hunchy is going to attempt to light up this thorn a little bit. There's not a ton we can do at this range, but we can give it a go. Okay. Not the worst. We're hoping that the Hunchy distracts them from the stealth, is the idea here. The Oscout jumps up onto a building, fires on the hover tank, but it misses. They can be tangling with the hover tanks all they want. I'm perfectly happy with that. Yeah, that Oscout is pulling back. I'm very okay with this. Okay, the Hussar moves up. Fires on the Hunchy. That's ideal. We wanted that as opposed to firing on the stealth. Okay. So the Panther will have to move over this direction. That's fine, I guess.
Acknowledge.
What's the armor looking like on that Hussar? Quite low, really. 515 versus 360 on the Thorn, though. So we're going to continue to fire probably on the Thorn. Yeah, and I don't think there's a point in firing the SRM-4.
Target acquired.
Ah, we missed.
That's a miss.
That's okay, though. Galleon closes in a little bit. Question is, do we get to move before this Locust or not? In phase 15. Well, we definitely get to move the Hunchy. We may be able to bring in the Hunchy. Our positioning is kind of awkward for that. I think we're better off to bring in the Hunchy up over this direction.
Roger.
Just continue to close in. We could go for the Hussar, but that has a lot of movement. We're better off to fire on the Thorn still. And so we shall. Yeah, still not ideal, but that'll do. Oscout jumps in, fires on the hover tank, but misses. Every turn that they waste over there, I'm A-okay with. So we are going to take the Vulcan, I think, up over this direction.
Heading out.
What are our hit odds like over here? Yeah, we could potentially even stray shot the Hussar from here. I like it. That Chevalier light tank is definitely a bit of a concern. But I think the Thorn is the bigger target right now.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Do we hit nothing there? Makes me sad. Okay, they brought in the Thorn to melee the Hunchy and missed. That's bold.
Yeah.
Because they did that instead of moving the Locust. So this is a guaranteed kill now. One dead Locust. Excellent. And this Thorn is now mega exposed. Chevalier moves up there. Does some damage to the Hunchy, to be sure. Chevalier is now the primary target for the Hunchy, and our Stealth and Vulcan will be focused on the Thorn. I wish our vehicles were being a little more helpful, but whatever. They're being a distraction, I guess. They don't have LRMs, which makes me a little sad in this environment. Okay, a Blackjack. Firing on that hover tank, but missing everything. Using ammo, too. I'm okay with this. Okay. Just keep them busy.
Mess him up.
That's all I'm asking for. Okay, who moves phase 22? The Thorn does. Okay, that's acceptable.
That's all you got?
Hussar is also moving in behind the Hunchy. Ooh, that hurt.
Damn it. I got an armor breach.
Okay. Panther's here. Thorn is here. The Panther can move in directly behind the Thorn. Like this. And can light this Thorn up. In theory, this could be a kill shot. We missed the PPC, though. That was bad luck. Okay. Well, it is time to put a cut in here. There's no way I'm going to get this mission done in time to do it this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. And next episode, we're going to continue seeing if we can clear up all of these enemies. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.